Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be one of those games where we had to, really be locked in, and not come in and look at their record. Um, and we had, the beginning of the game, I thought we were pretty solid defensively, but offensively, we allowed, how hard they play. Um, we allowed that to impact the game. They got their hands on balls. We allowed them to just gain a little bit of confidence, in what they could do. And that's kind of like the opposite of what we wanted to do. We wanted to come in and, from the beginning of the game, just be sharp on both ends. But eventually we got to that. I just wanted to come out and be aggressive, and just, regardless of who the opponent is or what the situation is, come out and do what we got to do to win. And I thought we found our energy at a point in the second. Then, they was able to make a run. But in the third, we really, locked in and took over the game.
It seems like you've been taking a lot of deep threes. Is there a reason for that?
I mean, it's a shot that I've always worked on. But it's coming open. I think when late in the season, teams make adjustments, teams try to, do a lot of things where they're taking the looks away if I try to toe the line. Sometimes I'm getting right up to the line, but if I come off a screen and the big is back and I get a look, I'm really comfortable a few steps behind the line, so I'm going to take that shot.
Damian, what do you guys need to do, I guess, to keep this run going into a stretch where you're starting to play some really good teams? Not that these teams haven't been good.
The same things we've been doing, this entire time. I think we've been on a good run, just playing good basketball on both ends of the floor. I think our team has been on a string. We've been really connected. And it was even before the Golden State game. When we got back from that trip where we lost the last one in Detroit, we had a good stretch, and then we lost at home to Utah. But then right after that, we knocked off Golden State and picked it up. But we had a great effort against Golden State, and that's as good as it gets. And that was where it started. As far as this winning streak, and we just got to continue to have that same focus and mentality.
What happened at the end of the first quarter? The trainers were kind of checking you out.
On defense, I got hit, and I was off balance when he put his shoulder into me, and I kind of fell backwards, and I hit my head on somebody's leg or arm or elbow or something, and I just kind of had a little headache.
Dame, you 8 3-pointers tonight, tied your own franchise record. You passed Cliff Robinson for fourth in scoring, passed LaMarcus for third, made for field goals, free throws. Do you ever think about, man, I'm passing every single night? It seems like there's something that I'm surpassing, or some milestone that I'm getting.
I mean, the team, I think they send me emails when something is coming up, but I never check my email.
Yeah.
So I never know unless I happen to see it on Twitter or after I do it, and then somebody mentioned it to me. So. You send those emails? See, I told you.
Hard work.
He sent me emails, but I only knew that because he told me one time I emailed it to you, and I was like, okay.
If you didn't see, Cliff, he did congratulate you on Twitter.
Appreciate that, my brother.
Dame, during this stretch of play that you've had, can you maybe think of a compliment that a teammate has given that has stood out, and then maybe also a compliment or something that a family member has said, or even a coach? Has anyone said anything that has reached you?
Just my family is a lot like how I am. It's just like, man, just keep doing it. Don't worry about praise and all that stuff. Just keep doing what you're doing, and that's kind of what it's been. But I saw one thing that Ed said, and he said he's not surprised. And he's been around me a lot in closed environments and in on the court in front of thousands of people. And that's how I feel. I'm not surprised by it. So, when I hear stuff like that, for me, that's like, this is what it is. Is let other people be surprised and let other people talk about it and make what they want of it. But this is what I do. I put the time in for something like this to be able to happen. So I think that's the best thing, and that tells me just to continue to be who I am and do what I'm doing.
The fact that you are now being mentioned in conversation of MVP, is that in any way an affirmation of kind of how you believe in yourself?
I think if I actually win MVP, you know what I'm saying, but that's a whole different conversation. But I said after I won Rookie of the Year, I said I think I could be MVP in this league. So being in a discussion isn't to me, that's not. I mean, it's an honor to be mentioned in that, but I don't look at that and say, oh, they mentioned me in the MVP discussion, because I feel like that's the level of player that I can be.
Do you feel like this has been your best case as an MVP candidate?
Absolutely. I feel like this has been my best season. All around, I think so far this has been my best season.
How about this run of games for the team the last 10 or 12 games? How does
It's
it
been the best stretch of games since probably my second year in the league.